It is a world of darkness. The sin of Cain has spawned the cursed horror that stalks the night in search of living blood. The kindred have long been a secret influence through all ages of human history, plotting against each other in a never-ending jihad. Their immortal progeny are among us to this day, hidden from the eyes of humanity by an elaborate masquerade.
Burn it at both ends. I like the fire causing mayhem. I'm not tired, I've been waiting. I'm not forsaken. I'm my own and I'm jaded. Energy comes from my hatred. Call me the villain, cause I be killing. I got no feeling, I've been dealing with all my demons. I like to feed them, they be chilling, yet they be screaming. I can hear them in my mind, they just wanna find any fight, any reason.
To the dark side, there ain't no place to hide. All your fears are electrified. Welcome to the hard side, where it's all do or die. We're the shadow to the light. I can feel it in my bones. I'm addicted to the thirst. I ain't never letting go, even when it hurts. This is my curse.
Adrenaline is surging, ain't no serving. I'm the king, bring me everything that I've ever wanted, that I need. I believe I could be anything, watch me. Give me a second to blow, give me a second to grow. Be at the top of the show, be at the top like a pro. I flip the switch, different mode. No, they ain't laughing, no joke, cause I attack when they won't.
Welcome to the dark side, there ain't no place to hide. All your fears are electrified. Welcome to the hard side, where it's all do or die. We're the shadow to the light. I can feel it in my bones. I'm addicted to the thirst. I ain't never letting go, even when it hurts. This is my curse.
yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with a cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Beat in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, everything take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. Pain for their disease. Just like a weed, spread into the streets. Time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. With God in the weak and harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution.
It is a world of darkness. The sin of Cain has spawned the cursed horror that stalks the night in search of living blood. The kindred have long been a secret influence through all ages of human history. plotting against each other in a never-ending jihad. Their immortal progeny are among us to this day, hidden from the eyes of humanity by an elaborate masquerade.
All right, so Kill the Music ran a little bit long with that. Unfortunately, do apologize. We are back. We are live. I am most definitely unmuted. Always got to make sure of that. So we are back with kind of a skeleton crew today of players, holidays being what they are. But what I also did is I threw this up on my new TV because I wanted to see what it looked like. Not that I'm a narcissist, because I can't exactly watch it at the same time, but it looks cool. So
nice, awesome.
I was telling Brittany about that earlier on today as she was on her way back from Mexico, and she has a problem because she'll watch the last episode of a game that we played to get caught up, but she'll also chat with me. And she, in her mind, she's thinking she's watching the game live, and she doesn't understand how I'm chatting with her and not paying attention to all the players and what.
Oh,
so
that's funny.
Mentally, it throws her off. So
That's funny. Yeah,
okay,
it's fun watching it on the TV.
yeah, no, it actually looks really cool. Quality wise, like the video comes out pretty good. But anyways, so. Why don't we do a brief recap, just up to the point where we're at right now. We don't have to go over like everything that took place during Blood Ties or anything of that nature. Just to kind of get us up to speed where we left off, like offline, and at this point.
Yeah. So beforehand, Ben had received information through Pantheon Investigations that there's a case of the case of the Cold Coyote, where Juan Perales, a coyote who was smuggling immigrants from Mexico to Texas, went missing about 5 months ago, and apparently has made his way to Oregon. And this was coming from Detective Rumbus from Ashland PD. So Ben took Johnny along with him up to Salem, and got there and met with a contact that Xandria told Ben about, named Hadrian, at a place called The Answer, and talked to him inside, explained who we were. He let us know that he'll get some information regarding Juan Perales, if there's any available, and explained that Wacy Romanowski is in the area too. The apparent anarch scumbag who is like a pedophile and drug trafficker who Marshall Rayland wanted us to find if at all possible. Well, he's apparently in Salem as well. He's been there for a bit, and Hadrian and his Giovanni family have been tracking him, but he's hard to actually find because he's apparently really good with obfuscate and has been using the underground Salem tunnels to move around whenever he needs to do so. There have been 2 kids nabbed recently. The assumption is he's the one who got them. So we got that information, and in exchange for that, Hadrian asked us if we could get the Salem PD to redirect their focus from one package processing plant to another one, because he's got a package that he doesn't want to be touched. So we said, can do. We went ahead and slept during the day. He helped us with accommodations. After that, he let us know that it also looks like Juan Perales, he was seen earlier by a servant who looks like he was foraging for food for his master, like he's already been ghouled. So either there's another vampire in their area, or he might actually be Wasey's ghoul. We don't know that for sure. So Johnny and I are now on patrol through Salem looking for homeless encampments to see if we can talk to some people, see if we can find that trail. And before we headed off doing that, Ben called Detective Rhombus and asked him if he could contact somebody in Salem PD to manipulate their raid orders to see if that can just be taken care of. And he's working on that. Baby. And I believe that's pretty much where we're at.
Okay. Wait and see if I can hear it from the other room. It's just loud enough that I can hear a little bit of it, but that's okay. I don't need to hear myself a couple of times over. 13 seconds in delay.
Right.
All right. So with that, then we have started off the next night. You two are in the process of scouting out the most depressed area of Salem to try and tackle the homeless issue. See if you can get any leads on this Juan Perales individual. See if maybe he's stalking about in this area. That leaves us with Persephone. Now, would Ben go ahead and call to have her come up or something at that point for additional assistance?
Yeah,
or just to get her out of the house?
Yeah, well, so I guess what I'll do, since there's that bond there, Ben at this point is probably feeling that tinge, and so he's going to go ahead and give her a call while he's driving. So Johnny sees him dial up Seth's number.
Okay. Beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, beep.
Ben, is that you?
Hey, babe, how's it going?
Oh my gosh, it is so good to hear your voice.
Yeah. The Cuddles is keeping you company, right?
You can say that.
You haven't turned him into like a scarf, have you?
Tempting, but no.
Okay, good. Yeah, so Johnny and I, we're in Salem. We made it last night. Met a guy, Hadrian. He's apparently within the Giovanni. He's helped us out with some info. Found out so far. Remember that Wasey Romanowski guy, the guy the marshal wanted us to find?
Yeah.
He's apparently up here in Salem. Like he got here recently. It was being tracked by the Giovanni, but they can't get a hold of him.
How convenient.
Yeah, might be able to get two birds with one stone. Hey, you doing anything right now other than wearing outfits you don't like wearing?
That's pretty much it. Thinking about going down to the Dragon Frugal to get something to drink and then come back home, watch a little bit of TV.
Wow.
Yeah.
Exciting stuff. Hey, better idea. How about you go ahead and do the Dragonflugel thing, but you get that to go, and it's early enough in the night where if you headed your way here, I'm pretty sure you'd get here with at least a few hours till daylight, and get help out.
You think it's safe enough?
Well, I honestly didn't expect that we'd be tracking two people at once up here, and having someone I can trust, well...
Hey!
I mean, another person who I can trust... Johnny's already giving me a hard time. Anyway, yeah, what do you say? You think you can do it?
Yeah, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Cuddles, what are you doing, Cuddles?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I haven't seen Jim. Is Jim around? You think he could like chauffeur me up there?
Maybe.
Or
I know that.
Jesse?
Well, pretty sure Jesse and Ryan are still on assignment in
Oh,
talent.
that's why I haven't seen Jesse. Well, maybe Jim can swing by and pick me up.
Yeah, I'll text him and see if he can do that. Okay. Yeah, he should be at forfeit here, I think. All right. Yeah, I'll see if he can come get you then.
Okay, love. I miss you.
All right. We'll see you soon.
Okay.
And as you hang up, Persephone hears the sound of hairballs.
Oh, so that's how Cuddles woke her up in the morning. In the evening, yeah.
No, it was classic music still.
Yes. Yes.
But he heard all that. You know, cats have exceptional hearing, so he's
Yep.
just like,
Hey, Cuddles, you want to go and catch some bad guys?
oh, goody. Are we going to be Starsky and Hutch?
Sure.
And so with his paw, he starts doing this number.
I don't know who they are, so.
That was my point.
So is that a no?
I suppose we could take your training on the road, maybe put something to use and see how you were doing.
It would put me in a better mood if I get to see Ben, so yes.
Very well.
And I promise I'll behave. As much as I can.
Don't make promises you cannot keep.
As much as I can.
Keep in mind, I must return a report that is favorable to your condition.
Right, like I said, as much as I can. I will be good as much as I can. Okay, I'm going to go get dressed.
You don't know how to drive, do you?
No, he's going to see if Jim can take us. I mean, I do know how to drive, but
You're a ninja that
no.
does not know how to drive.
Never had to. Always had ghouls. And since Mommy Dearest is working, so we have money, it leaves Jim.
Right.
Unless
Very
you can
well.
drive. Can you drive?
It requires two, but I am fairly accurate provided it's an automatic.
Really? Why does that surprise me?
I would need to be on the shoulders of somebody. I can't exactly see from the driver's seat.
Anyway, I'm gonna go pack and get ready.
Oh, very well.
And he'll hear her kind of giggling all the way down the stairs.
Okay, so she goes off to go change. You would hear back from Jim, and he's actually assisting Jesse right now.
Oh, he's there too. Okay. Shoot. Okay. So then Ben would text Seth and say, seems like Jim is with Jesse as well. Can you bum a ride from anyone else?
Sure. We'll get it figured out. And she's going to yell, Cuddles, you're driving!
Oh, no, I am not. I promised my mommy I would be a good kitty from here on out.
Okay, well, let me call Aquanet. She's going to take the night off. So, anyway, so she'll get that all figured out. And they'll take off as soon as Aquanet gets there.
Okay. That is Mommy Dearest.
Mm-hmm.
Aptly named a
Yes.
hairspray.
Neither
Right.
one of them like the name. So they just call her Nettie.
There you go.
Okay, well, while they're deciding that and getting that taken care of, you guys have been kind of patrolled the outer perimeter of this particular neighborhood, in between, what was it, Portland Road and
Silverton? No. Oh, let's check the notes.
Close.
Yeah, what's that?
I know where all those places are because I live up here.
Yeah, Portland Road
That's what I
and
thought.
Silverton Road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice! I
Yeah.
got it right.
Nice job.
So you've been you've taken like 2 laps at this point, on the outer perimeter, just trying to get a gauge of what it's like. And yeah, it's mostly residential here, but it's all depressed residential. Like, when you got that report that said, pretty much the highest income in this particular section is probably within the bracket of 10,000.
Right.
Everybody else being lower, sort of thing. Like,
Yeah.
it looks it. Like the area is beat up. You've got, cars that are parked on lawns that don't look like they run. You've got a couple of open lots that have got cardboard and garbage and tarps and like janky looking tents that are clinging to tactile life, sort of thing, for whoever is attempting to use it. I mean, it looks real bad in this area. So when you come driving through, obviously with a nice looking sedan, now you being a former police officer, you realize probably not a good idea to be patrolling this area in a nice sedan,
Okay.
because you're going to likely give the impression that you're up to no good, be it a drug dealer or, undercover 5-0 or, whatever have you. People are going to clearly make note of that.
Okay. So then Ben turns to Johnny. He's like, "Yeah, we're making ourselves a target for robbery or worse.
What kind of car are we in? Like, do we have
well,
a
it's
make and model or?
It would be a company car.
Yeah.
So this would likely be within the past couple of years, like a Hyundai or something like that.
Okay. Oh, and it probably has Pantheon Investigations emblazoned all over.
No, it's just a nice sedan. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So might want to park this a little bit, and we might want to just kind of hoof it, see if we can talk to some folks."
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think I saw some people looking at the car. So.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what we can do. So Ben's gonna look for a place where he can park it out of the way, maybe in a well-lit area, something, so that they can walk around on foot, see if they can talk to some folks.
Okay. So, how are you approaching anybody who might be out on the street at night right now? Or are you just going to go up to one of the open lots that has got homeless in it and just start asking around?
He's probably just gonna do that direct method to go up to, if there's like a group of them hanging out somewhere, talking or whatever, he'll just try to walk up and strike a conversation, see if he needs powers to back up his words from there.
Okay. Let's see. Get out my dice. Be helpful.
Oh yeah, character sheet would be good.
Yep.
You mean you forgot your character sheet even after everybody announced character sheets? Nice.
I have it now.
Open. All right. Don't need these. All right. So as you're walking along down the sidewalk in this particular section of neighborhood, string of apartments and a couple of old homes, off to the side, bars on the window, imagery of Catholicism occasionally around, but you're not seeing anybody on the street that happens to be talking. It's at this point probably about 9 at night.
Okay.
There is a small little, looks like it was formerly a gas station, like a 2-pump gas station back in the day, where they ripped out the gas pumps, and so now it's just kind of a quick stop with the overhang.
Got it. Okay.
So you've got that there, and that's clearly open still. Bars on all the windows as well. Blazing sign, liquor, Segway, checks cashed here,
Okay.
several things that, a depressed neighborhood might want or need, you could find here.
Gotcha.
Copies, 5 cents.
Right. Okay. So yeah, Ben's gonna kind of nod that direction and then start making his way into that establishment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you come walking in to the latest of mariachi music playing in the background.
Hey, it's my jam.
Ay, 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 ay. And the very typical boo-boo as you come walking into the front door.
Right.
It's pretty brightly lit in here. All of the furnishings on the inside are really kind of beat up and rugged, probably been here a couple generations already, but they still serve their purpose. End caps on all 3 aisles here, loaded up with, like one with beef jerky stuff, another one with like just sweets, another one with just random junk that people might need, eyeglass repair and foot insoles that are, generic and that sort of thing.
Right.
Big display for Takis, in the chips section. And of course, there is a neon sign over the fridge that has cold beer.
Oh, nice.
So
Johnny's definitely.
it kind of flashes a case of cold beer to draw people in.
Right.
Johnny's gonna head over and grab a beer.
All right. Well, you can grab singles, or you can grab a 6-pack. They do have cases. The cases, however, are in the back. They have learned their lesson from people trying to make beer runs, so they are not readily available to just grab off the shelf.
Fair enough. Yeah. No. I'll just take
They've got your favorite selections ranging from Mickey's to King Cobra to Pabst to Corona. To Tecate.
Let's get a Corona.
Okay, single bottle Corona.
Yep.
The front the front section is a pretty big counter space with all kinds of like displays for people trying to get lottery tickets, and of course smokes take up the other part of it. A couple signs, warning people that they don't take checks here, no pets inside. Don't fear the don't fear the dog, fear the owner. With a sign of like a shotgun underneath, sort of thing.
Right.
A burly looking Mexican man chewing on a toothpick. It's just kind of watching you two as you come walking in. And there is, of course, plexiglass up too from the counter in between.
Is that guy? Is he the like only other person in here, or is there anybody else? Okay. So,
Any cameras before we?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'll peep the cameras. All right.
Okay. So, Ben, in Spanish, because he knows Spanish.
Ooh.
He's gonna talk to the guy and go, "Nice night. You have any trouble recently?"
So go ahead and give me a charisma and expression check. Normally would be difficulty 7. I do believe you have something that would lower that.
Yeah, enchanting voice.
There you go. So difficulty 5.
Sweet.
He's a smooth talking gringo.
Three successes.
Okay. So he kind of looks you up and down a second, because it's clear you're not from this neighborhood, but he just kind of shrugs. And he says, it comes in waves.
Yeah, I hear you. We just came in from out of town, actually. We heard about some kids being nabbed recently. You hear about that?
So he kind of, yeah, everybody in the hood hears about that. What, you think you're going to do something about it, Mr. White Knight?
Yeah, maybe not exactly a knight. I mean, I don't know. Did knights get paid? I guess they did. Anyway, my partner and I here actually work from Pantheon Investigations. We're actually running a case right now, trying to find somebody. You ever hear somebody named Juan Perales around these parts?
So he he shrugs again and he says, Juan's kind of a common name.
It's true. It's a good point. Would there be well, how can I go about this? And he's going to go ahead and spend a blood and try to awe this guy.
Okay. Working his vampire magic.
That's right.
Sending the ball to its home.
There we go.
Make him swoon.
2 successes. So I guess that just barely would get him.
Yep. So he kind of looks around again and he's like, who did you say you were with again? What's a pantheon? Is that what, toiletries or something?
Sounds that way, doesn't it? But no, Pantheon Investigations, we're a private investigation firm. Sometimes we do jobs for clients, sometimes the cops, if they just need help finding somebody. And they've been looking for this Juan Perales for like the past 5 months, trying to make sure he's okay. You know him? I know Juan's common, like you said, but I don't know. Maybe he's been around.
So he kind of shrugs, again, and at this point he's a little bit more relaxed, kind of leaning against the cash register at this point, and he turns the volume down on the TV that's behind the counter, an old black and white that sits up there that just picks up whatever local stations it can. And he says, no, I don't know no Juan Perales.
All right.
You got a picture of this guy?
Let's see. Would we have, or would, let's see, would Jay have provided Ben with a picture? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So he pulls that out and shows him the picture.
So he kind of looks at that picture for a second and says, oh, yeah. Saw this guy a couple nights ago. I think it was on Tuesday.
Oh, around these parts or elsewhere?
No, he came in here. He picked up a 6-pack.
Gotcha. You wouldn't happen to have caught him saying like where he hangs out or what he does, or like he doesn't happen to come around here often or anything?
I don't know if you notice this or not, but this ain't exactly Cheers, buddy.
Hey, can't blame a guy for trying, Gotta find any leads I can here.
He says, so what's the deal with this guy?
Well, that's just it. We don't know a lot. He's been missing for 5 months. Wasn't sure if he was kidnapped or he got himself into trouble. It does seem like somebody's playing him right now, like they're making him do things. I'd like to help him before he gets in over his head, you know?
It's not every day you hear something like that. Well, if it helps any, he hung out in the back like a lot of people do around the back side, the dark side of the store here. Had a drink and then he went wandering off towards, and kind of motions with his finger, he over towards Portland Road.
Road.
But
got
he was
it.
on foot, so it's not like he was driving nowhere.
Got it. Hey, really appreciate it. And if he comes by, maybe you give me a call. And he goes ahead and hands him one of his Pantheon business cards.
Okay. So he says, pay toilet investigations. Okay. Will do.
You take care. So he nods to Johnny, head outside.
Yep.
And then goes, you wouldn't happen to
Did
know
Johnny
Spanish,
pay
would
for
you?
his drink?
Yes. Yes, he would have. Yes, he would have.
Okay,
that's-
go ahead and make a resource check.
All right. How do I do that?
Very carefully in the chat.
Heal.
You tiptoe with your fingertips.
So just roll resources.
Yeah, just
Diff 6?
your no, it's a beer. So diff 3.
Okay. 1 success. Let's go.
No, that's technically 2. If it's it was a 3
Oh!
difficulty.
Why did it? Oh, the 1 took it away. Okay, that's what it is.
So
Yeah, there you go.
no worries.
Yeah.
So okay. Well, you've
Wait,
got
the 1 does take it away, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you had 2 successes. 1 takes it away, but you got 1. So you scrounge up some your pocket change or something you had on you to pay for the beer.
And so then Ben,
Yeah.
then Ben's like, did you catch that? I know it's Spanish. Not everyone speaks it.
I think I got the gist of it. He's on Portland Road, right?
Yeah, exactly. Seems like he was on foot, so I figured we just make our way that way, see what we can find.
Okay. Yeah, let's head off.
All right.
Any word on Seth?
Well, not yet, but I mean, it takes a few hours to get here, so it'll be a while before, we can actually meet up, I'm sure.
Okay.
So, all right. So then we make our way towards Portland Road, and while doing that, Ben is going to be looking around, see if he can see what he can see, even using his heightened senses if he can.
Oh, yeah,
Sure.
that's a good.
That'll work. So as you are rolling for your heightened senses, so it would be at nighttime. You're doing vision.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's nighttime would normally be difficulty 6, because you have your heightened senses. So knock 2 off of that.
Nice.
Johnny, what are you doing with the beer?
I'm just holding it. Actually, he's just gonna hold on to it for a while.
Okay.
Yeah. He's got it in his bag, and he's just like,
Are you are you going to look around as well, or?
Oh, yes. Can I? Yes, please. I'd love
Well,
to.
you happen to have auspex, so
Yes.
you might want to participate.
Yes, please. What would I roll?
Well, for your if you're doing heightened senses, eyesight, vision, you're just rolling perception and alertness.
Perception
Would be
and
difficulty
alertness.
6 minus 2.
Okay.
6 successes.
Nice. Okay, so that's 5.
And Shelly, that was with the door shut.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you heard that?
Mm-hmm.
Whew.
Okay.
Ooh, 4 successes for me.
Nice.
Okay, so you guys find like an ant mound, off to the side that looks a little active. You spot, a colony of feral cats, in an abandoned house not too far away. Like if there was anything to overturn or uncover in this area, like you would have found it.
Okay.
You found the area where druggies tend to go because you saw just the faintest glint of moonlight against the used needles on the ground, and you're like, "Ooh, that's a bad spot. That's toxic." I mean, just like you guys are just picking up on everything, and as you go from this section, you can see that there is a section of Portland Road where somebody can cross over, and it looks like there is a homeless encampment just on the other side of it. You guys are at this point passing through a real sketchy section of old homes.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So yeah, Ben will be like, yeah, so being your guard, but I figure we talked to that group unless you've been able to find something else.
No, there were just some cats over there. That's about it. Yeah, let's head over to. Let's see if they know anything. Maybe they could use the beer.
There you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
keep that in mind.
I have a brand new bottle of beer.
Yeah, so we make our way to the encampment.
All right. So you continue to walk down another block, cross over a fairly quiet Portland Road at this hour. It's not completely out of use, but it's fairly quiet. Like you can cross without any problem, but you'll see like headlights coming from either direction every so often, with cars coming probably every minute, 2 minutes or so. So good breaks in between. You cross over, and there's this what was probably a small park at one point in time. The city has just given up on completely. It doesn't have any bathrooms or anything. It looks like it probably had a swing set in it at one time. Somebody has converted that into their own shelter, like a big tarp, 2 tarps kind of thrown over the top. The rest of the area on this side, however, is like quickly improving now that you're on the other side of Portland Road. Home-wise, still kind of older looking homes, but a much nicer looking neighborhood. So this is a pretty big eyesore for these folks. So as you approach, it looks like there's probably 6 or 7 homeless people at any given time in here.
Do any of them happen to match Juan's description, what he looks like?
Give me another check.
I shall also roll as well.
Okay, you do that.
Another 4. Wow!
6 successes.
Okay.
Kaboom!
You're just burning it up.
So once again, you guys are looking around and scoping out the lay of the land, trying to figure out, who's what and where. You can see, at this point, like Ben spots, an article of clothing on some homeless person trying to warm themselves by a trash can that's on fire. You're like, those are the threads from, a 1980s Red Sox, outfit or something like all the way down to like that minutia. Right. No, joking aside, but yeah, I mean, you can tell there are 3 that are up right now. There are a couple that are inside their domiciles, I guess, if you could, for lack of a better term. You can tell because you can see their feet. But the others are huddled around or nearby a trash can that's on fire, and they just seem to be chatting.
Okay. Yeah, so he goes ahead and
by the way, no one here has that impression or looks like the picture of one that you have.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, Ben will walk up to him and be like, "Evening, folks. Hey, got a question or two. Hoping if you guys would be able to help a couple of guys out. What do you say?"
So they kind of like look around, and one guy, speaks up, and he's like, I'd like to help you, Ossifer, but I don't think we're really capable of that.
Would a beer help?
That depends, my fine feathered friend.
Ew.
What particular brand are you hawking? We're not going to take any of that Italian swill.
Oh, I guess you don't want Corona then. Never mind.
And he says, Coronas. That's and he kind of looks to it, his friends here. That's Latino.
Oh,
right?
it's a Latino beer. Oh, okay.
I may not have all of my faculties, but I think there's a difference between Italian and the Mexican.
All right.
Well then, my friend, what do you know about this guy? And he pulls out one's picture and shows it to him.
Okay, so he kind of like leans in to look, but he like closes one eye, and it's probably to narrow down the number of people he sees in the picture right now.
Yeah.
So he kind of looks and he says, I can't say I know the chap particularly.
You haven't seen him around then? Have any of you? And he like shows the picture to the other two who are standing there.
No, they're kind of shaking their head, and he says, well, I didn't say I hadn't seen him. Just that I don't recollect his face. He's got a... Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, what do you know about him? If you haven't seen this particular guy, how about a guy who's been talking to other folks in the area and has kind of walked off with them? That ring any bells?
And he kind of like looks around. The other two are shaking their heads like they don't want to participate in whatever's going on. And maybe it's the liquid courage in him, and the fact that he's just a talker when he can form sentences. And he's like, well, what if I was to say if they were one and the same?
Huh. Okay. Well, would you happen to know where this guy holds up?
So he's running his finger up and down the Corona at this point. He doesn't have any boundaries. He's like,
Yeah. I'll hand it to him if that'll help jog his memory.
So he takes it and he says, "Why, thank you, my good man." And he grabs a hold of it, and when you see, he basically has the dental equivalent of a comb over. He has
Oh no.
He has no teeth on one side, and all the other teeth that he has are kind of going like this.
Oh boy.
to
Yeah.
cover it up.
Right.
And so he kind of does like one of these gummy gnaw kind of motions and gets the cap off.
Yeah. Well, so you wouldn't happen to know if this guy is holed up around in this area or know where he hangs out?
So he's kind of like, he took a big chunk, he took a big drink, but he's obviously beer doesn't, hit people that fast. He's already, pretty wasted. But he's clearly thinking, and he's just like, waiting, and then like he's trying to come up with something. Then you hear,
Oh no!
and then he goes, I would say he's probably around.
Right.
Oh, like right now.
I wouldn't know. I don't exactly have his phone number, if you understand my meaning. He just starts chugging it down, some more.
All right then. Since there are these people here, Ben is gonna look amongst them, because ghouls, their auras do look at least a little bit different from like just a typical human.
They could, yeah, they
okay.
definitely could. Older ones are obviously going to look more kindred than new ones. New ones are probably going to look very similar.
Okay.
To people.
Well, on the off chance, he'll still scan around for these guys and anybody else who's in the area to look at their auras, see if he can find a ghoul.
Hit it. Difficulty 8. Empathy and what is it? Empathy and perception.
Yes. Okay. Cool. That.
Is there an aura to show like if somebody's been fed on recently?
No.
Oh, okay.
But auras are based on emotion. So if you're asking the correct questions and somebody's trying to lie, you could probably pick up on that, or they feel guilty about something, or so on and so forth.
Okay.
One success.
Okay, so scanning the crowd, looking around, trying to make sense of what's going on outside of drunken hobo number 1. Oh, you know what? Actually, so correct me if I'm wrong, because I got a character sheet from you. Johnny, did you lose a humanity point last game?
No.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. I'm still at 6.
Perfect. Guess what you get to roll?
What do I get to roll?
Humanity check. Give me a conscience check.
Okay.
Oh no.
Difficulty 6. You just gave an addict a drug, basically.
Oh.
Obviously, it's not going to be something you think about right off the bat, but when you see him really starting getting, sloshed and whatnot, you're like, maybe that wasn't such a good idea for his health.
Yeah.
1 success.
Okay. So, your problem with this is that you're kicking yourself because, well, here's the situation you're in. You can either lose a humanity point and not care, or you're going to have to do something to try and rectify that because this is not sitting well with you.
Okay.
That you're basically sitting in a den of addicts and you just walked up and said, here you go. For some information, so I'll let you decide kind of how you're mulling that over. It's obviously not something you have to instantaneously jump out and know. It's a delayed reaction. Like after you take that in and Ben's kind of like looking around, you're kind of kicking yourself.
Okay. I think I guess I would try and take the bottle back.
After he's already drank like half of it.
There's still some left?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll get to that in a second. Ben, so as you're looking around, obviously the only aura you're able to pick up on is life at this point that's around you. But what does stand out is, remember there were like 5 people here, and there were 2 sets of feet from people who were laying in there. You only see 1 set of feet right now. So
Okay.
one of the tents, somebody's pulled their feet in since you guys have started that conversation.
Okay.
And then right at that moment, Johnny, pulls the bottle back from the homeless guy. And he's like, "Hey, wait a minute. There was a deal struck."
You don't look too good, buddy. I don't think you should be drinking.
Oh, quite the contrary. I've got a bionic liver.
I totally believe you. You should probably go get that liver checked. But I'm gonna hold on to this bottle, okay? All right, buddy. Just keep you safe.
Go ahead and roll your charisma and also, or actually, either charisma and expression or charisma and leadership, whichever is better.
Ooh, yeah. F6.
Oh, he's actually got points in either one of them. So
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, what's the difficulty? Just 6, right?
Just 6, yes.
Okay. Wow. That 1 is really eating away at my winnings. 1 success.
Okay.
Dang.
So he kind of seems to understand, but at the same time, whoop. Hold on a second. Error occurred. Whoa. I wonder what happened there. Hold on one second.
Yep.
It says I don't have any room on that hard drive, and it stopped the recording.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
That should not be the case.
Should we take a
Wow,
break?
that is the case. So
Whoops.
that is a problem I didn't see coming. I need to get that fixed. 1 second. How? Hold on a second. How in the world did that happen? Are these other files taking up more room than I thought? No, that's not what I wanted. I apologize, folks. 1 second. No, they're still about the same size as it's supposed to be. Huh. Rid of that. Wow, that is really trippy. I wonder... Okay, well, I need to... 1 second. This is all wasted time at this point anyways. I need that.
So we're not recording?
No, we're still on the air. We're just not recording right now, which
Yeah.
I can always get that directly from YouTube. That's, or not YouTube, but
Twitch.
Twitch. So that's not really that big of a deal. But I do need to, man, that is trippy. Okay, where is my what? Recording. Why is it not letting me change the, wow, okay. I'm wondering if it's not letting me do that because it errored out. Okay. 1 second, I'm going to end the stream temporarily. You guys can stay put. I just need to change the path here real quick. So apparently it's pulling on the software, so I need to stop it real quick. So 1 second.